Welcome to Analyrical, where we analyze the human condition through lyrics. Trying it out. Right. Let's start this. Guest has brought me a lovely song. Take that with a pinch of salt. What have you brought for me?
I've brought you a song called "The Wretched," which is I would argue is probably not a lovely song. I think it's a song full of hate, which we'll interpret.
Yes.
But yeah,
Yes.
it's
Also, I did not like the song.
well, I've been listening to your other shows, and you've had like quite a lot of like hip, cool new songs. So I thought I'd bring something
Yeah.
like
No, it's good.
dark
It's
from
good. It
nearly 30 years ago.
Yeah, shit, no, yeah, 90s. You know, literally, I played it to my wife, and she was like, "Oh, this is from the 90s," and I was like, "Yeah, no, it is." So the wretched. Can you tell me a little bit about Nine Inch Nails? Because I didn't even know that Nine Inch Nails was just one dude. I thought it was a band. Like every time I've heard Nine Inch Nails, I've always thought band.
Yeah,
NIN's playing. Band.
I always thought the same thing until I was doing a little bit of research before this as well. So Nine Inch Nails is the band of a guy called Trent Reznor, and he has been the Nine Inch Nails since the late 80s, I think. And when he goes touring, he kind of builds up a band to go with him as the Nine Inch Nails.
Mhm.
So the Nine Inch Nails that you do know is a band, but it's a kind of like a recycled band, if
I
you like.
see. I see.
I think it's been a bit more stable in the last like 10 years or so,
Fine.
but yeah,
And
it's mostly him.
And how long have you been listening to Nine Inch Nails? What do they mean to you?
Well, I started listening to them probably just after the turn of the millennium. So yeah, like just about 2000, 2001. And I can't remember which album this particular song is from. But this was the first album that I listened to, and I was full of a lot of hate at the time. And this song in particular, like really kind of spoke to me. And from there, it just kind of like I listened to all the different albums. Luckily for me, most of them were released in the 90s, so I had almost all of the back catalogue. And then they went on a hiatus because he went to rehab. And then they started releasing again from like 2005 or six onwards. And I've had a couple of albums since then, but which I've not really listened to be honest.
Yeah, fair.
Um,
And when you said you really like this song because you were full of hate, is your read based on that resonance that you had whilst you were full of hate, or is it something different?
it's something completely different.
Okay. It would be interesting to know where what lines you really resonated with when you were however old you were 30 years ago.
I'll tell you in the
I'll leave
read
it
when we
there.
get
I'll leave
to
it there.
yeah.
Right. So you're going to do a read through of it, and then we're going to reveal our this song is about.
Okay. Are we ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Just a reflection, just a glimpse, just a little reminder of all the whatabouts and all the might have beens, the could have beens. Another day, some other way, but not another reason to continue. And now you're one of us, the wretched. The hopes and praise for better days, the far aways, forget it. It didn't turn out the way you wanted it to. It didn't turn out the way you wanted it, did it? It didn't turn out the way you wanted it to. It didn't turn out the way you wanted it, did it? Now you know this is what it feels like. Now you know this is what it feels like. The clouds will part and the sky cracks open and God himself will reach down his fucking arm through. I realised that I just added the word down, I apologise. Just to push you down, just to hold you down. Stuck in this hole with the shit and piss, and it's hard to believe it could come down to this, back in the beginning, sinking, spinning. And in the end, we still pretend the time we spend, not knowing when you're finally free, and you could be. But it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to. It didn't turn out the way you wanted it. Now you know this is what it feels like. Now you know this is what it feels like. Now you know this is what it feels like. Now you know this is what it feels like. You can try to stop it, but it keeps on coming. You can try to stop it, but it. And that's where it ends halfway through a word.
Nice. Nice. I did try and listen out for this this whisper that you mentioned to me. This was a bit of a backs conversation that we had, listeners. Sometimes I do that with guests. I'm sorry. Um, excuse me. Um, I didn't hear anything. Apparently, there's this whisper in it. When does it happen?
Yeah, so it's just about 4 minutes into the song, or 3 minutes 50 something or other. It's in between two of the repeating lines. So the last set of "Now you know this is what it feels like," and then there's a kind of instrumental, and then it says "Now you know what this is what it feels like."
Okay.
And in the middle of that, there's a kind of muffled voice, and I can't remember what I used to think that he said, but it's like it's so muffled that it's just in the background, and like everybody reads something different into it. And I must admit, I was looking on Reddit to try to work out, like very carefully on Reddit, to try to work out what it was that he was actually saying. And everybody has a different theory. So,
Okay. Okay. And now it's time for you to reveal what is your what is your read that you're bringing with us today for this song.
well, yeah, this is a difficult bit for me because I had a brilliant one, and then earlier this week I had another one which I think just about trumps it, and I don't know which one to do. So, uh, let's go
Okay.
with the second one.
How
Show me the
about
second one.
I'll give you mine, and
Okay.
then if one of them is too similar to mine, go for the other one. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. So my one is this song is about keeping up with and finally becoming the Joneses. Just another person who thinks like everyone else, doesn't does the same thing as everyone else, and ultimately how crap and unfulfilling doing that actually is.
Nice. Neither of
And,
those.
okay,
Neither of
nice,
my readings are
good.
like that, so that doesn't help.
Yeah. All right. Well, then you're just gonna have to
I
flip a coin or something.
just flip a coin. Okay, let's go with the more weird one,
Okay.
um, which is this is a song to Sam Altman, the founder and CEO of OpenAI.
Okay. Okay. 30 years prior to.
Yeah, it was a man before his time.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. I like that. All right. All right. Well, let's start and let's see. Let's see how you do this. I'm trying to.
Okay, shall we
It's
go?
just a reflection, a glimpse, just a little reminder of what of all the whatabouts. Sam
Um,
Altman.
so I think that this is a clever, like um, double meaning here in the same words. So
Hmm.
the way that LLMs work is they like learn from human speech, and so everything that
Nice.
you
Yeah.
chat
Yeah.
to them, but actually it's just reflecting what humans have already said essentially.
Hmm.
Um, and this is the beginning of the story of Sam Altman being introduced, his initiation ceremony, if you like, into the hall of evil billionaires. So he's joining like Jeff Bezos, and he's joining Mark Zuckerberg, and joining all these other people who have been turned evil by their tech. So
And,
this
and
is
what
them
is
reflecting
the
on his life.
okay? Wait, it's just a reflection, a glimpse, just a little reminder of what it's all about. How is that what you just said? I um
The second, like the second meaning of this double meaning verse. I mean, like so. That imagine, if you will, he's been summoned by like he's becoming an evil. I don't want to use the word genius, but evil genius, and so he's being
yeah.
surrounded in this like dark hall by all of these other
Hmm.
billionaires, and they're
Yeah.
looking down on him, and they're like shining a mirror at his face, and like the realization that he's maybe not doing as much good as he thought that he would, and so they're shining the mirror down on him, saying this is just a
Oh, I see.
reminder of all the stuff, and
Okay.
they're
Yeah. Yeah.
we'll get into the rest of the why that's
Yeah.
important later.
Yeah. And now when I was looking it up, right, because I was looking at these lyrics and I was like, I mean, like, really, I really didn't like this song. Like the lyrics, I was like, do you know? I said to my wife, I was like, it's like Beck and the Razmiths had a baby or something.
It is very sad, Beck, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. And I don't even like Beck that much, right? But so I was like looking at it, and I was like, oh man, the lyrics here are just like they're so like 90s. Oh, look at me, I'm grunge, man. And I was like, okay. So I really had to get over that. But anyway, when I was looking up uh, reflection, I heard that it had a math term, and I was like, "What's this? What's this reflection math term?" And I thought, "Hey, great person to ask is my guest here."
Oh, put on the spot.
Yeah,
Okay, so I guess there's lots of different ways to talk about reflection in maths. Like the ones that's springing to mind would be like the reflection that you get in shapes, putting it simply. So, like being able to reflect uh, a square across its thing, so that it comes back to the same place. Um, that goes
so
then deeply into equations and stuff.
yeah,
But
so it's kind of like it's the same thing if you put a mirror anywhere in the
yeah,
center of the square. Okay,
much better put
fine.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So obviously, in my keeping up with the Joneses read, I think this all kind of makes perfect sense just by the lines themselves. It like you see what the Joneses are doing, and you're like, ah, yes, I this is what I want. I'm getting a glimpse of happiness, and so you try and copy them. You buy that thing, and it's a reflection of happiness. It's a reminder of what happiness might be. Of what life could be all about, and you're like, oh yes, this is what I want. I want that prestige um, that I'm feeling whilst looking at the Joneses. So I too am going to become the Jones. And my read is that the Wretched is the Jones.
Okay.
Okay. And all the might have could have been uh, another day, some other way, but not another reason to continue. And now you know, now you're one of us, the wretched, the wretched.
Nice, nice echo there. I didn't do that in in my original
Yeah, I
reading, did
mean,
I?
if I'm being honest, your read was a bit flat. I didn't want to like cut you off though, so I was like, next time he comes on, I'm going to tell him just a little bit more umph, a little bit more theatrics.
Okay, I apologize. um, yeah, so I was thinking that like, so Sam Altman is there, he's trying to defend himself. He's saying, but some other day, some other way, it would have been great. And they're like, but it's not another reason to continue. Now you're one of us. Like,
Okay.
look what you've done.
And what is it that Sam Altman thinks he was doing before Jeff Bezos says, no, no, no.
I think he thinks that he is trying to save the world, and that he is doing so by creating whatever AI he thinks he's whatever the hell he thinks that his AI is going to do. Um, and I think that Jeff Bezos was probably in the same way when he started selling books online, but now he's got a massive website that's put all the other businesses out of business and sells rubbish. And Mark Zuckerberg was like trying to connect people together, and he's built Facebook. And so Sam Altman is trying to save the world, but the future that is in this song is Trent Reznor seeing even further into the future. So this is when the AI has kind of taken over and it started waging war against the humans.
Okay, okay.
So he's tried
On
to create good,
Amazon,
but he's ended us.
uh, yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know if do you think he's trying to save the world?
Is that not what every tech bro from San Francisco wants to do?
I thought they just want to get laid. Yeah. Isn't that what what's his name Facebook dude wanted to do? He just wanted
Yeah.
to get laid, and I'm sure given what Jeff Bezos looks like, he probably wanted to get laid too. I mean, the
Desperate.
guy was selling books. Like, that's not cool. That's not like a cool thing to do.
I see.
But speaking of Amazon, Invincible, the new season of Invincible came out on Amazon the other day, and so I put that on. I don't pay. I don't pay to not have adverts. So they have these adverts on. There was like a Febreze advert, and they have a fucking button there so that I can buy Febreze. And I was like, that is fucking crazy. Like, now I could like watch TV and see an advert, be like, yeah, I'll buy one of those. Crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah, good
The
old Jeff
future is
Bezos.
here, and it's not great.
Yeah, I know, but at the same time, I'm like, fuck yeah, man. Like, well done, whoever thought about that. That is so cool. um, right. Yes. So, and the all might have, could have been another day. Yeah. So in my reading, this is like, it's that kind of like, should I be myself? And maybe you do be yourself, some of the time, but no, it's not a reason to continue to be yourself. You need to conform. You need to be a Jones, right? And one thing that I will bring up now, but it's kind of like in my head, uh, being one of the Joneses is the same as being one of the last men. Do you know the concept of the last man? Um, Friedrich Nietzsche. It's a theme that comes up a lot on this podcast. Friedrich Nietzsche. For those who don't know, the last man is the end point of society that has optimized for comfort and safety over meaning and risk. I'm reading, so I don't get this wrong. Yeah, it feels right to me. And so, yeah, they don't have any more ambition. They don't want to suffer anymore. They don't want to become anything. Everyone's equal. Everyone's happy. Everyone's smiling. And that's what they're trying to get to. They're not trying to like go beyond that. They're not trying to hurt themselves, so to speak. And I mean that in like a eustress kind of, lifting weights, breaking some of those muscle fibers, kind of hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Um, and so yeah, this is him kind of, or him, or the concept, kind of battling with, should I be myself and kind of forge my own path, or should I be like everyone else and just kind of fit in and take the easy ride? And the but not another reason to continue is my kind of, no, he's going to take the easy ride. And then it's like, well, now now you're one of us, the wretched. Sorry, yeah, and now you're one
Yeah.
of us, the wretched. And then you please, we're at the hopes and praise.
We're at the hopes of praise. Yeah. This is just like them going, ha ha. Did you really think you could change the world? And then it goes up to like the next line after that is like, forget it. Like, forget it. You can't change the world. We tried. We can't change the world.
So this is
Who
this is
who
Jeff
the hell are you to
Jeff
think you can
Bezos.
do this?
This is Jeff Bezos talking to you right now. Hopes
Yeah.
and praise for better days, you twat.
Yeah.
The faraways. Forget it. Forget it. Forget it.
Yeah. Because you see, the
Yeah.
longer that people are in this billionaires cult, like the more their ego builds, and like, if we can't even do this, who the hell do you think you are to do this? Forget it.
Yeah. I like that. I like that. That works. Now that you've kind of created that picture of him in like the center of a black room, maybe with like a light over him, and
Yeah.
who's around the side? I know Jeff Bezos is there. But who?
We've
But
got
who
Jeff
are the?
Bezos, we've got Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg. Who
Is
else we
Bill
got there? Like,
Gates still there, or is he like higher up the food chain? I don't really know. Like,
yeah, it's a good question because I think he was dangerously close to being initiated, but he got cold feet and decided to try to do some good with this money instead. And they were like, get out, man.
twat, get out of here! Trying to do good with your money. What was mine? Now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, how the fuck did I work this out? The hopes and praise for better days are far away. Forget it. Forget it. Forget it. What did I say? I said, this is trying to keep up with the unattainable feeling of trying to be like someone else. He's kind of just saying like, yeah, you can you can like fight all you want to try and like be like everyone else, but you are who you are, and it's just, it's just not going to happen. You're not going to be the Chad you want to be because you're a scrawny short dude, so to speak. Um, Not that my guest is a scrawny short dude. This is not what I'm saying. I'm just um it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to. It didn't turn out the way it wanted it to. Did it? Or is it did it?
It's did it.
Yeah.
It's like fingers pointed
He's
down.
like,
It
yeah,
didn't turn
yeah.
out the way you wanted to. Did it? It's like a very accusational one. It's not a question.
Is this again Jeff Bezos kind of, or
Yeah.
is this the inner Altman being like,
Oh no, he's
yeah,
still like he's like sniveling and snot's pouring down his face. And he's like, "Oh please, please, you got to believe me." And they're all going, "No, you didn't." And then, if you will permit me to like change scene as though this was a film,
yeah,
they're now rolling out the screens to show them exactly what's going to happen with this technology. And they're like, "It didn't
I
turn out the
see.
way you wanted it, did it?" And then
Okay.
this is they're bringing out the proof.
Okay. So yeah, I suppose mine is kind of combined with the next kind of lines. Now you know this is what it feels like. To me, it's really just you didn't turn out it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to, did it? And now you know this is what it feels like. I mean, that's those are two lines basically. Um and this is the well, you try so hard to make people like you, to to fit in with everyone else, to say the same things as everyone else, to laugh at the jokes that everyone else laughs, to buy the thing, and then you sit there in your house by yourself, and you're like, I fucking hate my life. Well now you know this is what everyone else is feeling.
Yeah. Now
This is
you
what
know.
it
Well, this is
feels
what
like.
it feels like to be
Yeah,
beige.
yeah. Exactly. You spend your whole teenage life just kind of being like, "Oh, I want to be popular. I want to be popular," and then you're finally just like everyone else. No one's going to bully you now because you've been beaten out of being weird and yourself, and now you know what it feels like. It's crap.
Yeah,
Um,
I like that.
uh, 7. This is what happens when you chase being like everyone else. Then you feel miserable, just like I said. It's expectations dashed. Oh, actually, yes, this is something, right? Um, I don't know if there's this running theme in my life where I'm like, I'm really scared of building up expectations for myself, right? And this has kind of come about from like a few different things. But I think that in this, it's like, oh, if I can just be like everyone else, people will like me, and I'll be like, happy, and it's the expectations dash that he's kind of talking about. And for me, it's the Great Expectations. The book kind of was like the first thing. Miss Havisham, do you know the book?
I've heard of the book, obviously, but I've not read
Right.
it.
So in the book, right, this guy goes to like be a companion for this old lady, and this old lady still wears this wedding dress because she was jilted at the altar, and her entire house is just like a snapshot of that wedding day, and she just couldn't handle reality of the fact that her husband decided to like walk away, or like got jilted, so to speak. And so
Mm.
she's just like frozen in this sadness because she couldn't get over the expectation. Um, and and I remember like reading that and being like, oh yeah, 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 whatever kind of thing. Charles Dickens' dick.
Yeah.
And then and then Gaslight Anthem. Do you know Gaslight Anthem, the band?
No, I don't. Sounds like I need to
Um,
though. That's a great name.
yeah, yeah, they were a good band. In like a yeah, early mid noughties kind of way.
Okay.
Uh, and they have a song called Great Expectations, and I put the two together, and I was like, oh yeah, this is with great expectations. We had the greatest of expectations, and then that brought me back to the song. Why am I talking about this? I don't know. I'm obsessed with my toddlers building up these expectations in their heads, and then I'm like,
Mhm.
no, that's not going to happen, man. And then they're like, no, and I think it's a skill. It's a skill that you kind of learn how to handle dashed expectations. And sometimes I'll let myself have one. an expectation, right? And then it will inevitably get dashed, as they always do. And I can feel my heart break inside, and I'm like, I still haven't mastered fucking dashed expectations. Um, the biggest one. What was your biggest dashed expectation that you
Oh,
can remember?
that's a great question. I'm going to have to let my brain work about that because
All right,
there's going
yeah,
to be
yeah.
something
Well,
really great in there.
I'll tell you my one, right? And literally, this has sat with me since it's happened, and I must have been like 14, 15 or something. Now, do you remember Spider-Man 2, the PlayStation 2 game?
Yeah,
Yeah, right. When that came out, right, I remember before it came out seeing like videos of it, and like and then like the control buttons got leaked. So I remember being there with my eyes closed, just pretending that I was gonna play. I fucking loved Spider-Man when I was a kid, or like a teenager, right? Fucking loved him. Anyway, Spider-Man 2 comes out, and it's literally the greatest game I've ever played in my entire life. It's everything that I've ever wanted in a Spider-Man 2 game. And then Spider-Man 3 comes out, or it's gonna come out, and oh shit, Venom's in it. Yeah, man, this is gonna be fucking great. Um, anyway, I go to the cinema to watch Spider-Man 3, and it's got that fucking dancing in it, and it's just like a real crap film. And I'm like, oh god. And literally, I was waiting for this film for like years, and the game was
yeah,
coming out at the same time. And I had the game, like I bought the game the day that I went to the cinema to watch it, and I was like, at least I have the game. At least I have the game. I go back home and play it. I'm like, my god, this game is fucking boring. They've taken out the best parts of the second one, and they've just made this crap, and that has stuck with me ever since. I mean, because the amount of time I waited for that for those two things, and like how bad they were, I was like, never again, never again.
yeah. Actually, I've got a similar computer game letdown. Um, so I was obsessed with a game called Roller Coaster Tycoon,
Yeah,
um, which came out late 90s.
yeah.
Um, and then it brought out version 2, which was pretty much the same game. It just had some different colors and essentially different roller coasters and stuff.
Slightly
Uh,
refined graphics, perhaps.
yeah, well, no, but they weren't, and that was the great
No?
thing about it. It was looked exactly the same, but it just had additional bits and bobs in it. And then they brought out the whatever expansion pack. I was like, oh my god, I'm living the dream now. This is incredible.
Yeah, yeah,
Think of all these parts I've got. And then Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 was announced, and the game franchise had just been bought by EA, perhaps, and they ruined it. Like
yeah. Of
Roller
course they
Coaster
did. It's fucking
Tycoon 3 was,
EA.
yeah, yeah. Like yeah, it was terrible. They made it 3D. Like you could ride the
Yeah.
things. Oh,
Don't
it was a
change.
disaster,
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
right? It's probably not the
Um,
biggest thing in my life,
do you
but
know? Do you know actually? Just on. I'm going on tangents and tangents and tangents, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know that film, Beauty and the Beast, where they say that in
yeah.
in in the film, right? But they're walking
Well,
down
which one, the new one or the old one?
the old one, the
Okay,
cartoon.
good. Yeah,
Um,
right. The only
they're
correct
walking,
one.
yeah, they're walking down inside that castle, and he's like, "If it ain't broke, don't fix it." And I always thought he was just saying that if something isn't broken, don't fix it, kind of thing. And I was like, "Yeah, all right, cool," but he's
Yeah.
not. And I was like, I was reading subtitles, and I was like, "Oh shit, he's actually talking about the artistic architecture style broke." And I was like, "That's funny. I like that."
I never realized that. That is, yeah. No, thank you for
Yeah.
that. Nice.
um, uh, the clouds will part and the sky cracks open, and God Himself will reach His fucking arm through and push you down and hold you down and. No, well, should we stay there?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
I liked the cliffhanger you've left there. But here,
Yeah.
God is the AI.
Okay. Fine.
It's his own creation, and it's going to reach down and it's going to crush. Does it say each time for just to push you down? The you here is not the Sam Altman, but the humanity.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
God
The
himself. AI is
universal,
going to. Yes.
you, is that what they call
Right.
it?
Yeah. I don't know that there was a problem with it in a previous episode of like switching the U, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's fair
He's
here,
definitely
even if it
switched
says
to
so
you.
myself.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He's definitely switched to you.
Um, but yeah,
And
the AI is going to push you down. It's going to hold you down. It's going to ruin you.
mm, and then you've got Cloud, the Cloud, and Skynet. I like that. I
Ah,
like that.
I didn't notice that. Yeah, thanks. I'll take it.
Yeah. But he's personified the AI here with his.
Well, I mean, as we do though, right? We say that it's thinking. We say that it's learning.
Mm-hmm.
We give it names like Claude. Um, I
Chad
think it's just
GBT.
yeah. Um, when we talk to it, we're like you fucking idiot when it does something wrong. So
Oh, mate. I'm so mean to it. I'm so mean to it. I'd I'd be arrested if I was that mean to a person.
yeah, if and when the AI apocalypse does come, I'll be one of the first people they come after. I'm sure.
Yeah, I've read your comments and you're quick to anger, sir. Only with you, you fucking moron. So, in my read, this is the reality. This is the reality of being a cog and a clone, right? God in this regard is so how God is dead and we have killed him.
Hmm.
Um, just going on those kind of vibes of the last man, so to speak. Basically, because we have killed God, we are now the God, right? So the last man is the thing himself that reaches down with its fucking arm and pushes you down. The herd pushes you down, um, and you are part of the herd, so to speak.
Hmm.
So that's the kind of I mean the clouds part and the sky cracks open. I think that's just you can I don't really have anything for that. I think it's just the imagery of that god stuff, but it's more just like maybe it's like a realization that shit I shouldn't have uh sacrificed my unique perspective on the world to try and mimic someone else's.
Hmm.
But it's too late now. I've been pushed down and I'm held down by the herd,
Yes.
stuck in this hole with the shit and piss. And it's hard to believe it could come down to this. I mean, this is the kind of crap lyricism that I was talking about. Like, oh, ooh, yeah. Um, uh, Back at the beginning, sinking. Oh my god, yeah. Again, yeah.
Well, just you wait until you hear what it means,
Okay, go on. You
because
tell me.
this is the reflection that or the telling of the story that um, that humanity is going back to the dark ages. So we're stuck in these holes with shit and piss all over us, and it's hard to believe that it could come back to this, back at the beginning, like of civilization, back right at the beginning. So we're just
Ah,
spinning
nice. Yeah, yeah.
around. We're just
I see.
cycles.
Yeah, nice, nice. I like that. I like that.
That means much more now.
Because it's like I have heard that if it all goes wrong, we'll just turn it off. We'll just turn it off. It's fine. All right, cool. Um, yeah. So like stuck in this hole with the shit and piss. What the fuck have I written for this?
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah. I definitely had something for this, but it's completely like it's not part of my notes.
Oh no, on the
Um,
spot.
yeah, it's not part of my notes, so I'm just gonna ad lib it. Your fuck. This is the first. This is the first. This is what happens when
I've got
you
you.
think you've done your notes and you actually haven't. Has any of my
Let me see if
shit?
I can help you then, shall
Yeah,
I?
please, please, please.
Back at the beginning, so sinking, spinning back. Is the shit and the piss like the Joneses, like the real crap of society, like, and you're just stuck now in this hole. You're just like one of them. You're just boring. It's
Yeah,
hard to believe that you could have become this.
yeah.
I
It's
don't
like
I don't know
it.
about back at the beginning.
Well, that part I think I can save myself. Yeah. So thank you. You've got me back to like ground that I can tiptoe back to the shore with.
Okay.
Um, uh, So back at the beginning, this is like, oh, you're still in that now. You know this is what it feels like. You're like, crap. I've realized where I've gone wrong, but I can't really do anything about it right now. It's all crap, and I don't really like. I don't really like myself anymore. And and it's hard to believe that I brought myself to this. If I think about back at the start, like why did I do that? Like I'm thinking back to the start, back at the beginning, and now I'm sinking and spinning over this, like over these choices that I've made.
Mhm.
Whew, thank you, thank you.
You made it.
And these next lines pissed me the fuck off. Right, my second comment was like, I don't get this. This doesn't make any sense. No resolution. And in the end, we still pretend the time we spent not knowing when you'll finally see and you could be.
Yeah,
Like what?
yeah.
He's just strung words together. And I couldn't figure out what it was. And then when I was looking at it, I was like, it's funny, it doesn't make any sense, but um can be used. Freedom is to its wait, no, I wrote this whilst I was on the toilet, and now it doesn't make any sense. This is verbatim what I've written in my
Okay,
notes, right? And bear in mind that I just said I don't understand what this means. This doesn't make any sense, right?
great.
Funny, it doesn't make sense, but can be used. Freedom is to own thyself, become the Superman, but one can't if they're pretending and chasing for the last man. What the fuck do I mean by that? Have I just read that janky and that does actually make sense?
I, maybe like if I take my glasses off and really squint, then perhaps. Uh,
Can okay, so
'Cause,
to be free uh is to be free you have to own yourself, right? But you
mhm.
can't be free if you're pretending and chasing to be someone else because you don't own that other person, right? So you're a slave, okay? So in the end, we still pretend that we're free, but we're not free. We're a slave. All that time we spent not knowing, um, uh, not knowing when I could finally be free. I could have the entire time owned myself, but I didn't. Um, but I could
Okay.
be free. Is yeah okay. That was jank. I'm so
Well,
sorry.
I really struggled with this one as well. Like, if we just ignore the first like four lines and we just go to "You're finally free and you could be," um, I got some stuff, but in the end, we still pretend the time we spend not knowing when. I suppose that's like,
Well, not knowing when you're finally free is, I assume, is the actual line that he's done, and he's kind of cut it in half so he could
yeah,
rhyme pretend with when a little bit. Um,
I've got it. I've worked it out.
Gone.
Um, so each of these billionaires has been inducted into this cult
Hmm.
uh, under the false pretense that they just need to do the thing like being in the mafia. Like
Yeah, yeah.
just just do me a favor, then you're out. Go, oh, you did that, go on, do me another one. And they're not, so they don't know when they're going to be free. And you could be, you too could be free if only you do these things for us.
Yeah.
But that's all
And
I've
in
got
the end,
really.
we still pretend, but it didn't turn
So
out the way you wanted it to. I just, yeah, so the we is
the
the
we there's the circle of
the
evil.
billionaire mafia, right?
Yeah. And they all think that we still pretend, they're like, they're still pretending that they could be free, even though they know they're not. Like they've internally given up. Internally, they're just going to do evil now because they've given up on any pretense of becoming free. But still, as part of the initiation ceremony, and you could be free. You could be free.
Yeah.
But
So well, I mean, because the way that I kind of I'm starting to understand these lines is more like we still pretend that the time we spend uh no, they're just terrible lines. I just can't get over how terrible. But I don't know. There's something in there to me that feels like we spend all this time not knowing when, not knowing when's the wrong word. Uh, Not knowing how to become free, so to speak. But it is possible, and so
mhm.
in your interpretation, it's like we still pretend that no,
So we'd
I
like.
can't do it. I can't do it because the lines just don't make any sense.
It's tenuous at best, but
Yeah,
in the end, we still pretend. So the we is the Zuckerberg, the Musk,
yeah.
the whatever. The time we spend not knowing when. Oh no, but then you're finally free.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. It just doesn't make I'm going to say that it was impossible for either of us to win because the lyrics were so bad. And I'm sorry
Yeah,
because I know that you love the song. Actually, before we end, can I ask you to take yourself back to those early "I'm so full of hate" years,
yeah.
and just tell me which lines really kind of these were the lines that really resonated with that boy.
It was really just the. It's not really the chorus, the pre-chorus, is it? Like it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to. It didn't turn out the
Yeah.
way you wanted it, did it? And it's very like accusational. Me
Hmm.
talking to myself, like you're such a piece of shit. It didn't turn out the way you wanted it to. It didn't turn out the way you wanted it, did it? Piece of crap. So it's
Like
like inwardly talking to myself.
you're I'm going to say that you were 15 here. I don't actually know how old you are, but let's say you were 15. You're saying that your teenage years didn't turn out the way you wanted it to, or just like whatever was happening, your expectations just didn't turn out, and stop being so angry about it.
Yeah, or in fact, do be so angry about it because I was like so full of
Yeah,
inner
okay. Yeah,
turmoil that
yeah,
like this song allowed me to feel the hatred that I knew I
yeah.
deserved at the time.
Nice.
So yeah, yeah, it's just those four particular lines. Like the rest of it really is just instrumentation around. Like it's just a vehicle to get to those lines, really.
Yeah, it is. It is. Um, because yes, that part is actually okay. That the it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to, and now you know this is what it feels like. I can vibe with that. I can vibe with that. It's everything else. Thank you for everyone who listened to this episode. I hope you enjoyed, and remember to I don't know, listen to your lyrics, you motherfuckers, so you can get on the show. All right. Thank you, and good night.